but Chase is committed. Advancing Black Pathways is committed, and I'm committed to helping the Black community, get those necessary resources. So again, congratulations on your two-year anniversary. Congratulations to all the work that you've been doing in the communities, and we're looking forward to partnering with you to help close this racial wealth gap.
We just had our first session with DJ, the money coach, and it was a very informative session. In which I am glad that we are participating in. It gives us an opportunity to be good stewards of our resources, the monies in which we have been working our lives for, in a sense.
So I was quite enthused about how we can retrieve money back that we had paid in on a mortgage.
And the process to get them solved as quickly as possible. So step number one, you got to figure out what's taking your time, right? A lot of people come to me with all of these issues, but you don't really know. You're like, oh, I kind of need a system. I feel like I'm overwhelmed, but you don't really know what's really taking up your time. I really suggest this is personally what I do on a regular basis. I look at what I did for the day and what should I not have been doing. Right? You can easily write this out in a journal. What are the things that you got done during the day? And then you're going to look at that and you're going to audit yourself. What are these things that you shouldn't be doing? And what are these things that you should be doing? Something that maybe you should be doing is figuring out how you're going to get into Zanzibar with us in August, right?
We want to wish you a P.O.M lifestyle. That's plenty of money and peace of mind. We want you to come join us on the beaches of the World Club.
All right, and good evening. Hello to everybody out there. Welcome to another episode of Nick's Knowledge and Notions N-Cube Science Series, brought to you by DJ, the Money Coach in the 7 Spheres of Money. Thank you for being here for another Friday evening, if you're watching this live. And before we get started, like, share, subscribe to DJ the Money Coach right here on YouTube so we can help spread the message and the good word about the P.O.M lifestyle, which is plenty of money, peace of mind. And like DJ said in that opening video, you can join us on the beaches of the World Club. And your beaches, wherever you want it to be. Our beach, of course, on this stop on the P.O.M lifestyle tour, Zanzibar, which we'll talk to you more about in this show, but before we get into that, we're just going to chop it up a little bit, talk about some of the current trends, some of the current themes that we've been seeing as we've been helping folks achieve the P.O.M lifestyle. And so DJ, man, how you doing on this Friday night?
Hey man, I'm doing great, man. I'm wearing the new version of the DJ the Money Coach cap. Got to keep mixing it up a little bit. That's right. That's right. That's right. So we're having a great time. We finally getting us some rain down here, brother. It's been a massive heat wave down here for the past 5 weeks. We've been averaging just under 100 degrees a day. We've been it's raining right now. We're getting a hard tropical storm rain right now, man. So hopefully that'll cool us off. Then I can go back out to the yard. That's the only reason why y'all seeing me in the office, because I'm normally out in the yard enjoying that P.O.M, sunshine. But right now that rain's coming down pretty brisk right now. So I'm in the office, cooling off. And man, we're excited, man. We got a lot of great things going on. It's been a phenomenal week. Zanzibar is rocking. Our master classes are rocking. Our relationship with Chase has never been better. Our relationship with the Back to the Basic bundles, man, we selling record loads of those as well. We're helping a lot of people, man. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah. So speaking of the Back to Basics bundle, you've been meeting. Well, actually, not just you, the whole team. You, Tajir, Keith. The whole team's been meeting with a lot of folks and helping them, get their finances in order. So What have you guys been seeing, over lately, recently, as far as helping our people, the type of help that they've been needing, maybe some of the challenges that they've been facing?
Yeah, well, one of the things is consistent. Unfortunately, we don't have wheels. We don't have wheels. And I'm updating mine as we speak. So in essence, you can say I don't have a good one right now. I got one, but I need to update it. So I'm actually getting my stuff done here before we get up out of the country, get it, re-updated. So that's one of the things that we all gotta do. We gotta get us a will. We gotta get a power durable attorney for if you ever need to be resuscitated. That's important. And then I'm also seeing people that have, significant assets and don't have them in the right protection vehicles, or a lot of them are not protected at all. We've got a lot of very affluent people we're doing services for right now, Nick. And the good thing is our numbers across the board in America are on par, if not better, per capita than your average middle class person that doesn't look like us. But the bad news is we got the assets, we got the real estate investment property, we got the companies, but we don't have the right protection in place. And it's a shame that, I've sat down with people got 10, 12, 15 houses, 2, 3 great businesses that are doing, 5 figures, sometimes 6 figures a month, doing $500,000 to $2 million in revenue, but they don't have the right vehicles in place to protect them. And I think one of the challenges is we're so indoctrinated to go out there and make this money, we don't think about the protection side of the business, the defensive strategy of the business, or the succession plans of the business. And when we get there, we start thinking about, man, these services are expensive. But I'll challenge you this and say, if you have $250,000 worth of assets, and they're hard assets, meaning that you own them, they don't have any debt attached to them, and somebody finds out that you have it, you now open up yourself a chance for them to take everything that you got. Why do all that hard work and don't have a defensive strategy in place? Or better yet, if you are in your 50s and your 60s and you have children and grandchildren, why not start passing some of those assets alone and control them versus you owning them all? So that's one of the biggest things we're seeing right now. Unfortunately, that in our 7 Spheres of Money program, we have access to estate planners. We have access to CPAs that know what they're doing. We have access to registered investment advisors who know how to handle and start putting in some annuities, certain types of trusts, setting up certain type of corporations to lower your tax consequences and giving you protection. And I want to start seeing our people do a better job at that. And I think one of the reasons why we don't, and even myself, before I got my first will, a few years back, it was just basically coming to, acceptance of our mortality. And I think that's the primary reason why we don't do these things, because it's almost like we're saying, yep, we are identifying that we ain't going to be here one day. And nobody really wants to address that. But the reality is, Nick, is that the sooner you address it, the better you're going to be able to live your life and the more peace you're going to have. And then you're going to live life without fear. It's
True.
Strange to say that, but every person that I've seen go through that process, and it's a long process when you set up, not the will. The will is real simple. But I'm saying if you have $250,000, $500,000, $2 million worth of assets, when you go through that whole process with a right estate planner, putting in the right trust, man, we're talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and everything that's involved in your life comes to a decision that you got to make right then and there. And it's kind of hard facing that reality. But once you get through it, it's almost like it's almost like when I had that $60,000 worth of debt on my shoulders about 20 years ago. You get that off of your shoulders, and now you get even more freer because you got all this stuff taken care of. It's in the proper situation. Now, on the positive side, I've probably seen about 4% of the people we've sat down with that had all them ducks in a row, and you could just see the peace and the tranquility they have. Because I asked them, hey, you got that, got that. Now I'm just trying to look how to multiply this stuff. Now that I got these vehicles in place. Then another thing that I see, people go out and they'll get a trust, but they don't put anything in it, so that trust has no value. You can't start a trust without putting the asset in the trust. It has no discernible value to you if you create a trust and you don't populate the trust. You don't fund the trust. Okay? So that's one of the things that we have to be able to do. is that we have to take the time. And a lot of times for people, it's a matter of resources because it can be expensive at sometimes based relatively to what the people are thinking about, because it's really about cash flow, Nick. Because let's say, you know, I get a lump sum of money and I put this trust and I make that payment. But let's say opposite, I've been building up these assets the right way, buying one real estate property every year, every other year. And then I, you know, funding my Roth, I'm funding my emergency fund, I'm funding my self-employment pension plan. And now that I've done all this funding, my cash flow gets kind of, you know, tight. But I got all these solid assets that if I had to liquidate, I'd be good. But then it's like, wow, man, I got these assets. Then, man, can I see the wisdom of, you know, investing 1,500, 3,500, maybe 10,000? And you might say that's a lot of money, but guess what? You got $1 million worth of hard assets. You own a house outright. It's worth $500,000 and you don't have any debt on it. You've got a retirement fund worth $500,000, actual cash. What's $10,000 to protect it versus having exposed $1 million where somebody can file a claim against you, sue you civilly and stuff like that? So it's all relative. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit people down and show them the value to how to do that strategically, and also show them how to put it on a certain type of installment program to get it done right. Because you never know when an emergency is going to happen. I'll give you a case in point. I'm in my house. You've been in my house, right? So the upstairs restroom. So my master closet, I go in my master closet and I start seeing these little indentation, like a little wet spot on my ceiling. And then the next day it actually breaks through, and then like these little, you know, like wood chippings come through. I'm like, man, what's going on? So I'm trying to figure out where this hole is coming from. And so I, you know, patch it up a little bit, right? And then a week later, which was 2 days ago, I go on my master closet again, man, and there's water over my clothes and on the floor. I'm like, man, it just rained like the other day. And I'm like, man, do I have a hole in my roof? So I'm thinking to myself, I said, wait a minute. If I had a hole in my roof, it would have been flood down. So I go upstairs to my bathroom, my children's bathroom. And so I run the water in the tub, and I have my child in the master closet. No, nothing's coming down. I flush the toilet and water is coming through. And it turns out there's a leak that created in a seal inside the wall. Now, why am I saying that to you? Now, the reason why I'm saying that to you, because that's an emergency situation. So obviously I got to shut all the water off, right? Because that water keeps coming through, it can collapse the ceiling in my master closet, right? So now I got to tap into my emergency fund and I got to go get that work done.
Right.
That's reality. You know, my house, I think my house is now, I don't know, 24 years old. I think my house is. I think my house was built in 1999. So that's 23 years old, right? So maintenance is just part of the equation. And that's what I'm saying. You have to prepare literally for those rainy days. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, you know, probably about 4 years ago, I had a water heater that burst. And again, somehow it's attached to my master closet and there's water all in there. And I got that replaced with my emergency fund. So how does that equate to you getting a will, a trust, you know, and funding it properly? It's because you have to accept the fact that things are going to happen and you need to plan in advance. So when they do happen, you can easily say, hey, I got this set up for that. It's like James tells us in the master classes, have a defensive strategy in place. You don't want to do it, but guess what? The best time to have it is when you need it. The worst time to not have it is when you need it. You know what I'm saying? So in that regards, you got to take category and look and inventory your actual existence of where you are in your financial situation. And the more you get down the road and start accumulating more assets, you should start looking, hey, my will, you know, my power due of attorney, do I need a living trust or do I need a more sophisticated trust as I'm accumulating these assets? And a lot of times it's the mortality that you're facing that you don't want to address it, but then you mess around and boom, you're out of here. And now all that stuff goes to probate. You got a lot of people bickering over stuff, all these different types of things. And again, man, it's a hard conversation to have, but if you have somebody who's empathetic, who's professional, and can take the patience and time and sit down with you, it'd be the best thing that you ever done for your family. And again, like I said, I'm updating all my stuff right now. And it is, man, it's like, wow, man, I don't really want to talk about this, but I got to get it done. You know,
right.
got to get it done. And that's what we're seeing right now. But also what we're seeing on the positive side, we're seeing more young people, Nick, that are actually getting with the program. I'm talking about 23, 24, 25. And they're like, hey, man, I want to get this stuff out the way now. I may not have a bunch of assets, but if I could take care of this will, take care of this power of due of attorney right now. And I think that comes from the fact that we went through the pandemic and people had lost some significant loved ones due to the COVID, you know, and that kind of let them know, hey, you know what, I might be young, but let me go ahead and get this stuff out the way right now and let me grow with it in the capacity. And then what we're seeing too on the positive side as well, Nick, we're seeing people from different age groups. So, you know, again, we have people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, and early 80s that we've worked with over the past 3 months. And what we're seeing from the people in their 50s and their 60s that come in on our platform, they're like, hey, man, I've seen a lot of programs, and yours is the most comprehensive with the most professionals that I've experienced on these platforms. And that's a testament to us strategically putting the teams together, like Melvin Hobson, who's been my partner for 20 years. He's a registered investment advisor. He's a SPHR certified HR professional, which is the highest destination you can have in the HR field. It's senior practitioner, and he trains other HR presidents on best business practices. You see what I'm saying? He has a Series 65. What does that do? That gives you the ability to do assets under management, manage people's portfolios. He has a Series 6 and a 63. That allows you to handle mutual funds and annuities. And he's been doing it for 20 years. So it's not much he hasn't seen in the way of anything in that vehicle or that industry. You see what I'm saying? So his experience and his licenses. Then you have James Lane, who's senior partner with Emerge Financial, and they have offices out in Oakland, California. They have offices in Houston. They got a satellite in Atlanta. Now, great thing about these guys, they got like 5, 6 CPAs on their staff to do a variety of different taxes. You know, municipality taxes for Alameda County. That's all the employees. You see what I'm saying? Then they do franchise taxes, like when we work with JanPro across the country doing franchise, which are different from municipality taxes. You see what I'm saying? Then they do real estate taxes. Then they do high yield Fortune 50 taxes, like they did when James was at ExxonMobil, BP Amoco, $1 billion tax return. So what tax situation are you going to show them that they are not familiar with? You know what I'm saying? So, and now what's most important, ladies and gentlemen, in reference to taxes, you probably don't know this. Under the Obama administration, they implemented a revocation of your passport if you owe the IRS taxes. And it didn't, they wrote it under the Obama administration, but it got legislated and completed in Trump's first year in office. But it's an Obama created legislation. Now, why is that important? Because now, man, they're literally taking people's passports if you owe as little as $5,500, $8,000 in back taxes. Stop you from traveling. Now, I've met in the past 3 months 2 people that fell in that. I was like, man, you only owe the IRS $8,000 and they revoked your passport? Think about that, man. Now, you and I both know the IRS is not really a government entity. Just like the Federal Reserve is not a government entity. So this private entity has the power to revoke your passport as an American citizen. So now you can't even go anywhere.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And then in the world of, you know, this pop culture, you're getting all these people get caught up on these scams, mortgage scams, tax scams, PPL scams, trying to get rich quick and out here teaching people bad stuff. And now they caught up and they go into jail.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And unfortunately, again, disproportionately, purposely, the media shows our people. But the reality is, again, let me just share it with you guys. Number wise, what, there's 350, 360 million people in the United States. We represent 14%. It's not mathematically possible for us to be creating all the crimes at all. It's not mathematically possible.
Right.
Because if the majority of the, you know, Anglo-Saxons in the country represent 50% of the population, if my math serves me right, that's at least 180 million people. So even if 2% of them were creating crimes, that's still like 5 million people.
Right.
And collectively, we may have 40 million. And if 2% of 40 million, numbers don't add up. Matter of fact, I'm wrong. If it's 2% of 180 million is 36 million. It's 36 million. 2% of 180 million is 36 million. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So think about it. How can we statistically be creating more of these crimes? And considering the fact that these crimes they're showing now are white collar crimes, which you very rarely see us doing, but anytime they can put a spin on it, they put a spin on it. I can tell you, for every time they show one of us committing these federal crimes, it's 100 of them committing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they always want to put the face of negativity to look like you and me. But the reality is, it's not. It's the complete opposite. It's just like when they did that statistic study saying that Black fathers did not take care of their child support. And then when they ran the real numbers, they were the number one. And it was by 10, 15% more than the next ethnic group. We were paying all our tax, all our child support.
Child support.
And we were spending more time with our children than any other race. It wasn't even close. And I'm talking about recently in the last 18 months. But if you didn't know no better, oh, we deadbeat dads, ... We got back. But when they showed the actual numbers at whatever they call it, DCFS or whatever, right at the top of paying their child support, we were paying something like 60, 70% of ours.
Wow.
The next group was in the 40 percentile bracket. But if you didn't know no better, out on these silly streets, you think we are the purveyors of all the negativity. And then when they did the case study of how many fathers actually spend more time with their children, again, the Black man came heads and above everybody else. But you wouldn't know that if you just watching these myopic propaganda shows to get you to think that we are the ones that are the most, degenerate, diabolical, and criminal infested. When it's just completely the opposite.
Wow.
So get the facts. That's the first thing I would tell you is get the facts. So I'm excited about that. Matter of fact, what I want to do right before we go to the break, I want to give a shout out, man, to some of these awesome people that have recently participated in our programs. So I want to give a shout out to Davey Lee. I want to give a shout out to Farida. I want to give a shout out to Jasmine. I want to give a shout out to Brandon. I want to give a shout out to Chris. I want to give a shout out to Jeff. Give a shout out to Yolanda. Give a shout out to Jamie. Give a shout out to Ericka. And give a shout out to Donna. And if I didn't say your name, I apologize. These are just most recent in the past week that people have attended master classes. People have got risk tolerance questionnaires done for them. People got financial analytical reports done for them. People got financial education plans done for them. People have participated in Zanzibar. So just to give you an idea, man, what we're excited about, man. And here's the thing. I named off 10 people, but each one of those people, man, represents potentially 4 generations of more people.
Yeah.
4 generations, man. And imagine the youngest person on this list is like 24 years of age. The oldest person on this list is 67.
Wow.
And it's an equal list. Single people, married, middle age, seniors, young people. That's what I'm excited about, brother.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm excited about, because each one of these people on this list decided to pivot and make a change in their lives. And most importantly, they checked our receipts. And after they checked our receipts, they found out that we were best in class.
Indeed.
And then I'm also excited about our relationship with Chase. We're in the process with Chase, and we're about to re-engage in another phase of our relationship with Chase. We did phenomenal. Shout out to everybody that came out to the Chase sponsored master classes, the Chase sponsored complimentary consultations, the Chase portal for small businesses. Man, we're making a difference, Nick.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
making a difference. I mean, man, I'm so excited about what the impact we're making. Man, we had 358 people in 2 months come through our Chase sponsored programs. That's our complimentary consultations, our bundle packages, our risk tolerance questionnaire, our master classes, our financial education plans, our consultations with our people on our team. 358, Nick.
Wow. Amazing.
60 days, 358 people either got a back to the basic bundle, got a sit down consultation with me, James, Melvin, D, Kadera, did a risk tolerance questionnaire, find out what class of investor that they are legally, if they're investing in institutional investments or financial, advisor investments where somebody's managing their portfolio. Got financial analytical reports, Nick, that said, hey, here's the reason why you need to get a power due of attorney. Here's the reason why you need to, get a will. Here's the reason why you might need a living trust, because you got these assets right here, matriculate. And then those people that started businesses, Nick, those people that had businesses, and those people that wanted to know more about businesses came through the portal, and we directed 20 plus people through the portal that Chase is starting to work with them in their free apprenticeship program once they came through our portal. I'm excited about that, man.
Oh, yeah, man. That's beautiful right there.
I'm excited about that.
Oh,
Then,
yeah.
you know what else I'm excited? I'm excited about the fact that we're now going to be on the Real Dana platform. Man, shout out to Dana. She's got an amazing program. And kudos to her that she's now pivoting, and she does a cultural type program, similar to where you came from, like with Urban X back in the day. But
Right.
she saw the wisdom to start creating what she's calling Wealth Wednesdays. And she's bringing professionals in that are licensed, certified to actually help her platform, which consists of over 60-something thousand people. And I just saw Diamond Dave on her show. I think it was Wednesday of this week. And we're actually going to be on her show again upcoming Wednesday. And if things work out well, we're going to be on her show once or maybe twice a Wednesday and talking about wealth. So I'm excited about that, because now we're getting the ability to help other platforms get our people not only in that entertainment, mindset, but hey, man, let's get down to what life is really about, taking care of the finances, because unfortunately we're the biggest consumer ethnicity group.
Right.
Instead of being the biggest producer ethnicity group. But on the flip side of that coin, Nick, more small businesses have been created in America by Black women than anybody.
Very
And
true.
Black men ain't far behind. So you might see these commercials that are always showing a Caucasian, a Latino person, a Asian person, and you be like, well, where we at? But the statistics show Black women are killing it. Black men right behind them. So I don't really care about the commercials. I care about us actually doing the real work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm extremely excited about that, man. Extremely excited about that. I'm extremely excited that over the next couple of weeks, we're about to embark on some great, impactful events for our community. We're going to be hanging out with Ericka at her annual, boat event, which is bringing a lot of her members together, chop it up, talk about business, past, present, and future, fellowshipping, and then of course we're going on our major Zanzibar trip. We're taking right now, I think we only have one spot left, and I think we might have just sold out. If we might either have one spot left or we sold out. And what does that mean? That means we're taking 20 people to Zanzibar for 10 days, brother. And you know what's so great about this? Out of those 20 people, about 94% of them are investors, business owners. So we're going over there to do cooperative economics, brother. We're not just taking a bucket list trip. We have doctors, engineers, teachers, pharmacists, students, designers, small business entrepreneurs going over there, man, to break ground and learn about how we can actually impact Zanzibar and actually start putting some roots in the ground and not let everybody else come over there and take over, brother. Man, I'm so excited about that. And here's the thing, Nick, what we've been able to do, and again, man, shout out to D. Shout out to Ericka Williams. Shout out to Michael Moore. Shout out to Kadera. This is unprecedented. What do I mean by this, ladies and gentlemen? This type of trip generally is planned 12 months in advance to knock it out the park. We have put this trip together in 90 days.
Yep. Did that.
90 days from scratch.
Yep.
And people answered the call. The team stepped up to the plate. Shout out to Dom, who's going over there a week in advance to do some scouting for us, to take care of our condo, start shooting. We're documenting all this stuff for you, ladies and gentlemen. Dom's going over there. He's going to be shooting video, going to the resorts that we already lined up deals with. I'm telling you, man, we doing this thing first class. Here's nothing I'm excited about, Nick. And you know our philosophy. We don't participate in it unless we get two things. Tell them what them two things we have to have for us to participate in something.
Equity and ownership.
Man, say it again, bro.
Equity and ownership.
So if DJ the Money Coach team is going somewhere, doing something, what do we have, Nick?
We have those two things, equity and ownership. Both.
So everything we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, Nick, Kadera, D, Dom, Tajir, we have equity and ownership in this operation. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So the resort we're staying at, we're negotiating a deal with them for 24 months of percentage of the business. The excursion company is going to be doing all our excursions, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to own up to 20% of equity in that excursion company. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're also going to have our own concierge business. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And if you all know, I used to run a very successful cleaning company, high-end cleaning company that did high-end net worth individuals, commercial clean, all that. We're going to start our own commercial cleaning company as well, because I got 12 years in doing it at the highest level. Equity and ownership, ladies and gentlemen. So not only we're bringing 20 professionals over there, and we're going to have a total like 20, 24, 25 people total, because our team is going. Everybody's going except for Nick, because Nick has got to jump back in school. That's the only reason why he ain't going. If Nick didn't have to go to school, go to this wedding, Nick will be over there before anybody else. It's a team effort. We are really practicing cooperative economics in our program. And I don't see anybody out here doing that, Nick.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't either.
I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I don't see anybody out here doing it. We've got people that met us for the first time, met with our partner, got with them, and they're going to Zanzibar with us as partners and investors. I had a person today, took her call, shout out, Farida. She was like, man, I didn't think I was going to get to talk to you personally face to face. I'm real, y'all. I'm real. Yeah, I'm hard on our people to get their stuff in order, but I'm real.
Yeah.
You don't know how refreshing that was. I was like, yeah, you call me up, you get on this Zoom call for this consultation, you're going to get me. We are about the people, with the people. We're not above the people.
That's right.
That's what I'm excited about, Nick. I'm excited about. Then on top of that, man, Tolero is moving ahead big time. We're in the process of sitting down with the largest distributor in the state of Texas that's got a lockhold on distribution. And it looks like we might be working out a deal with them, bro. You put the work in, great things happen. They don't happen on your time, ladies and gentlemen, but if you got a plan, they happen when you need them. God always shows up when you need him.
Right on time. Yep.
Right on time, brother.
Yeah.
So guess what? We're going to take some Tolero over to Zanzibar, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you asked, man, I got so much stuff I'm excited about. And most importantly, Nick, it's a movement.
It is.
This is a movement, ladies and gentlemen. The P.O.M lifestyle, it's not a marketing campaign. It's a movement, ladies and gentlemen. It's a movement that I embarked on 20 years ago. You don't know how powerful it is to be, peace of mind, plenty of money, have no consumable debt. It's amazing, man.
It is. It really is.
It's amazing, bro. A idea, when it's his time, can't nothing stop it, bro. Nothing stop it. This P.O.M movement is here. It's going to stay. It's getting bigger. It's better because people understand once they own themselves with no debt, you don't have to make $1 million a year to live a high quality life across the globe, yet alone in America. It is really real, Nick, that you can actually have no consumable debt, have your house paid off, and make just $100,000 a year, man, and you can live like a millionaire because there's no expenses if you ain't out here flossing and trying to impress people with high-priced things that you can't have, that you need comfortably. I mean, comfortably.
Right.
And what people are going to find out as interest rates go up, people are going to be selling them high-end ticket items.
Yeah.
They're going to be getting rid of them Ferraris, them Bugattis. They're going to stop wearing them Gucci, oh, it's all Gucci. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
How about say it's all good? Get out of debt.
Right. Yeah.
Get out of debt. Because you know what's happening right now? We're in a recession. The United States does not have said it formally, but we are in a recession.
Yeah.
We're in a recession. And typically recessions have lasted like 43 months. Some of them shorter, some of them longer, but typically on average about 43 months. And this is the actual longest phase of prosperity we've had in the 20th century. Because our prosperity clock actually began ticking like 2014. When things started getting cheap and everything coming down. Do you know that prior to right at the beginning of the pandemic, man, inflation was almost less than 1%, right at 1%, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Now it's at 9%. So as interest rates go up, I think the national interest rate right now for mortgages, if I'm not mistaken, I could be off some basis points, ladies and gentlemen. So don't sit up there and catch a conniption. But I think it's somewhere like 5.75%. And let me give you an illustration of how that's so important, right? So let's say right before inflation, jacked up. And let me give you a perspective, all right? So let's just go to 2021 of January, right? I think Biden won the election in November 2020, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he was sworn in office January 2021.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Somewhere around there, ladies and gentlemen. So in 2021, in Texas, gas in my neighborhood was $1.34 a gallon in January of 2021. Inflation, like I said, was somewhere around about 1%. Interest rates at that point, before the central bank went to zero on the retail side, a great interest rate at that time was like 3.25, 3.50. Okay? So let's just say, let's round it down to 3% for a mortgage, right? So January of 2022, guess how much gas was per gallon here? It was $3.79. Just as recent as 3 weeks ago, it got up to $4.79 a gallon. Okay? Now, let's say you wanted to buy, or you bought, let's say you bought a $500,000 house in 2020. In 2020, the interest rate on that would have been 3% if you had excellent credit. Okay, Nick? That would have been a $2,100 a month mortgage, give or take $50 or so, right? Now that inflation has kicked in, Nick, at 6%, 5.7. So we're going to round up. So right now, that $500,000 house mortgage payment is now $29.99 for that $500,000 house. Now they're projecting that interest rates are going to go up to 9%. So on that $500,000 house, Nick, your payment will be somewhere around $41.28.
Wow.
Now, why am I illustrating this to you? Here's the important thing to know. So if you buy a house, 98% of people buy houses by the payment. Yes, they look at how much it costs, but they buy a payment, Nick. When they get approved by a bank, the bank tells them, hey, man, you can afford comfortably $2,100 a month. So when the central bank lowered interest rates to the retail banks literally down to zero, the interest rates dropped down to the retail A paper buyer 2%. So that person who had the $500,000 house, they could only afford $2,100. They now bought a $750,000 house.
Okay.
Because that $2,100 at 2% could get you close to $750,000 house. Let's call it $700,000, right? But now, when interest rates are reverting back up, that $2,100 house in today can only get you $350,000 house. Because most people aren't putting down 20% on those mortgages. So you can't afford at 6% the $2,999 mortgage, and you surely at 9% can't afford the $4,128. Now, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, that's only your mortgage, principal, and interest. That's not your real estate taxes. That's not your maintenance costs. You see what I'm doing here, Nick?
Yeah.
So if interest rates go up, the value of the house based on the payment you can afford goes up. And then you can afford less. So what does that mean? That person that bought that $700,000 house and their payment is like $2,100, $2,400, they're now in trouble. Because even if they put 20% down, they're financing $400,000. And now you might say, well, hey, DJ, they're still paying the $2,100. You know what goes up though? Their real estate taxes. Because where do you think that house is assessed at? It's assessed at the $700,000. Their water bill goes up. Their gas goes up. Their electricity goes up. Their maintenance goes up. Guess what? I fired my landscape guy. Beginning of this season for landscape, last year, because I pay my stuff in advance. I pay like 12, cuts over the period of my, 3 summer months, because I get my grass cut every 2 weeks, right? So I pay 12 payments in advance that averaged out to like $35, right? My landscape person, beginning this season, he jumped right up to $45. Now, I could afford $45, but I got a small yard. You've been to my house, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got a small house. I can cut my own grass. My sons can cut my own grass. I'm like, man, $45. So, I did it with them a couple of times. And then so my driveway, because, dirt and stuff, debris. So your driveways, they get dirty. So you power wash them like once every other year.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed my driveway power washed, and I need the side of my house power washed because for some reason we get like, mildew and stuff that builds on the brick and stuff like that. So we have to get that stuff power washed or we get, fined by the HOA, right? So typically a power wash is like $200. This guy charges me $450. Now, you know what? I fired him. Didn't pay it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important? Because now the cost of everything is rising.
Yeah.
So now, even though your mortgage payment is still $2,100 on that $500,000 house because you're paying 2% interest, everything else has risen. Your real estate taxes and all your expenses have gone up 20 to 30%. And if you barely got into that $500,000 house on that payment, you're in trouble. Now, here's the good news. If you sit back and you build up your credit and your cash surplus, that same person that's living in that $500,000 house or that $700,000 house, they get behind on a couple of payments, they now are a great candidate to sell you their house at a discount. And then here's the bad part about it, Nick. In these high-end communities, in these professional middle-class communities, there's a dirty little secret. About 4 to 7% of them are in foreclosure or about to be in foreclosure. So if you sit back in the cut and you're looking for a house right now, hey, don't panic that the price is up here, because they're going to come down. Yes, interest rate's going to go up, but that $700,000 house is going to come back down to reality, and it's really going to be like a $450,000 house. Because guess what? When the interest rate went down, that house used to be a $350,000 house, but people were buying sight unseen, paying above market value for houses, so they overvaluated the property. So now if you did your work, planned your plan in the next 6 to 12 months, which I was telling a couple of people that came through the program this past week, and they were looking at getting houses. Oh man, I said, hey, hold tight. You got an 800 credit score? You got $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in your emergency fund? Guess what? You're going to have to pick of the litter for the houses, because now the demand has decreased and it's a surplus in supply. Instead of being a seller's market, it's now a buyer's market. And you might say, well, you can't get no quality. Man, I'm living proof right now. It's going to be a lot of them beautiful houses just got built from the ground up, customized. 4 to 7% of them going to be underwater. If you got cash and credit, they're going to be more than happy to give you a good deal. And the bank's going to foreclose on those quicker. Let me give you another secret and we'll go to the break. The banks are closing foreclosures on the houses with equity. The houses with negative equity, they let them ride. Because they're in the business of making what? Money. So if you got that $700,000 house and it's got 200, equity in it, and you miss 3 payments, they already started foreclose process on you. Conversely, you got that $350,000 house and you missed 6, 7 payments, but you upside down 30,000. They ain't in no rush to foreclose on you. Because as soon as they foreclose on you, guess what they got to do? They got to pay your real estate taxes. So we sit in the cut, ladies and gentlemen. Good credit, good emergency fund, good down payment, and now I get that $700,000 house was really a $450,000 house for $450,000. And even if interest rates are 6%, I still get a great deal, and I still have a $2,100 a month payment. So with that said, Nick, let's go to the break and come back with some more good news for our people in this P.O.M lifestyle movement. So make sure y'all subscribe, share, like, and tell some people to come watch this right now so they can get this good news. Get out of debt. Join the P.O.M movement. Plenty of money, peace of mind. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. We'll be right back at this word from our sponsor. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is DJ the Money Coach. In order to make the dream work, you got to have teamwork. In order to have the P.O.M lifestyle, you get what?
Plenty of money and peace of mind.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is DJ the Money Coach and my main man, Money Mail. We've been together for 19 years. And what you're looking for in partners and teamwork is a team that's been together forever. We got licenses, certifications. We work with over 25,000 people from coast to coast since 2002. So in order for you to get that P.O.M lifestyle, plenty of money, peace of mind, hit that link. Join us in the master class. Be a first-rate you. In today's lifestyle, it's cool, baby. I see you in the master class. You gotta have this amazing drink. This is the P.O.M lifestyle. I'm not telling you, no joke. It's real, baby. But guess what? We put the work in. That's right. 4 dirty little words. That's right. Discipline, accountability, plug into a system of people that are doing what you want to do in life. And number 4, do the work. And in 3 to 5 years, I said 3 to 5 years, not 3 to 5 minutes, not 3 to 5 months, not 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 years, you can be consumer debt free. You can have a 6-figure passive income. You can own businesses. You can buy real estate and leverage the tax laws and have a P.O.M lifestyle. There's plenty of money, peace of mind. Come join us on the beaches of the World Club. Show them that beach.
All right, and we're back. We're back.
Man, that's
Yes.
awesome. That's awesome, man. And man, hey, man, dude, man, it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be Black in America. It's a great time to be healthy. Man, it's just a great time to be out here and doing God's work for our people, man. Man, we're so excited, man. Shout out to our awesome, Dr. Sylvia Hollowell. She's out there knocking out the park out there in Michigan. We miss her. We can't wait to see her again. And she's gonna be bringing her show back. Medical Mondays with Dr. Hollowell. So we so excited, man. We got all these great new people joining the team internally. Shout out to Marcus and Jonathan, who are actually handling the project for Zanzibar for us. Man, we're excited about that, and the multi-units that we do across the country with Nowar Capital. I mean, man, we got so many amazing, great people on our program. Shout out to Sabano, who's one of our VAs. Check this out, man. You don't tell me there's no such thing as coincidence, Nick. The brother is actually from Tanzania. Go figure. He's been with us since December or November, and he lives in Tanzania. And guess what? We're gonna meet up with him when we're there.
Amazing.
Man, isn't that something, man?
Yeah. Yep.
That man. And here's the thing, man. Another thing I'm so excited about, and here's what our people need to start being able to do, man. They got to lean into this cooperative economics. We have to understand we're not competing against each other. There's room for us to work with everybody that's doing something significant for our people. You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to Go Black to Africa. Shout out to JT and the Pocket Watchers. And the reason why I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen, is for the simple fact that instead of us trying to bring us down, let's lift everybody up, because life is full of abundance. There's no crowded space at the peak. There's so much room at the top of the mountain, you will be surprised. And when you get there, all we're gonna do is say, "Hey, man, welcome on to the North Face, and congratulations." We're not gonna ask you what took you so long and how did you get here. We're gonna congratulate you for getting here. And that's the reality. If we did more of that, Nick, we'd be so much further ahead together as a community. We'd be unstoppable. And the reality is we are unstoppable, but for some reason, some of us have a big fish in a little pond mentality, and they're seeing their lives through the prism of another man or another woman. And you'll get this on the way home, ladies and gentlemen. See, I only see my life through the prism of what God engineered. I am the architect of my design. There's nobody on this planet that can tell me how I'm going to live my life or limit me how I live my life, because I live my life according to God's plan, and I'm the architect on this physical plane. And what does that mean? That means that as boundless as the ocean is, that's how boundless our community is in prosperity, and that's how boundless collective and cooperative relationships are. But you're taught from a, what do they call it? When we don't have a lot, scarcity.
Yeah, scarcity. Yep.
People come from a scarcity mindset, and then when they make it, they're doing this, clutching their fists, and don't want to work with anybody because they think that they're the only one get out, like the Hunger Games. But it's actually just the opposite. It's an abundance mentality. So you don't have to shortcut the shortcut. You don't have to scam people. You just gotta do the 4 dirty little words and the 4 P's. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? The 4 dirty little words are real simple. Number 1, discipline yourself. or you will be disciplined by somebody. Number 2, be accountable. Number 3, what's accountable? To a system of success. Success breeds success. Our system is the 7 spheres of money system. What does that system entail? Well, let me tell you what it entails, because I created this system 20 years ago, before most of you people were even in elementary school. Most of you before you even got out of high school. So what is it? There it is right there. Okay, can y'all see that? Accounting, insurance, banking, financial planning, estate planning, real estate, and legal.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the great thing about it, Nick. Everybody on our team are licensed professionals. And everybody on our team has at least 10 years certified, proven track record in what? Corporate America. They have either done business directly in corporate America, or they have business contracts in corporate America. And I mean with Fortune 1000 companies and above. I mean, Chase Bank is the largest bank in North America in the Western Hemisphere. It is the 4th largest bank in the world. You think they might have a bevy of attorneys. You think they may have a bevy of CPAs. You think they may have a bevy of analysts and people to check people's records. They don't just line up with anybody. They're excited about their legal contractual sponsorship with us. It took 3 years to formalize that relationship. Lots of due diligence, setbacks with the pandemic, but we were still the real people and the right fit, and we linked up to go out here and help our people. I think a lot of times people get confused and conflicted because they only hear what they want to hear, Nick. So Let me share with our people again. I used to be a chartered senior financial planner, licensed in that area, destination in that area. I used to be a certified estate advisor. I used to hold a Series 6, a Series 63, a 65, which was called the NADA, National Association of Dealers. Then they changed to FINRA. Here's another thing that you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. If you are no longer renewed your license for at least 3 to 5 years, FINRA erases your file. So you won't find my file on their formal website. But you know what I can do? I can actually show you my past licenses. I can also show you that I have never had a complaint or any files against my record ever. You know why? Because I am a stand-up guy. I am a certified financial educator. I am also licensed with home, auto, life, health, property and casualty, disability, long-term care licenses. Have been for at least 12 years, and my licenses are active. I don't sell life insurance policies. I don't sell annuities. But since I ran a very successful boutique financial planning practice with over $40 million with assets under management 15 years ago, I can be an advocate and tell you everything about annuities, variable universal life, 10 pay, lump sum pay, all types of insurance policies, because I get paid by corporations to train under ERISA. I know all the ERISA compliance codes because I do that on a year-to-year basis with Fortune 500 companies. Melvin and I, my current registered investment advisor, who actually holds about 7 security licenses. Series 65, Series 7, Series 6, Series 63, Series 26. He holds all these licenses as we speak today and has held them for numerous years. And you know why I don't have to hold them anymore? Because he has them. He handles that department for us. on the CPA side, here's what you guys need to know. And you can look this up. I used to be the president of the technology service division for a company called Montgomery and Schoenfield. Look them up on LinkedIn. You'll see how big they are. I was the president. That means I used to go and help administer audits, do disaster discovery. We used to put servers and routers in medical offices, landscaping offices, engineering offices. I handled the whole department. You know why, Nick? Because I have a background degree in accounting. And I did that for a good period of time back in early 2002, while I was simultaneously running White Glove Immaculate Services, my cleaning practice. I'm multi-talented. The president, brother. Guess what? You know how many people they had to look like us at their company when I was there? Give you a guess. 3 guesses. First 2 don't count. You're probably going to get this one right on the first go around.
I was going to say none.
Hey, man, I am black. 1, baby. 1. Now, let me ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. You think they hired me for affirmative action? Or you think they hired me because I was the best candidate to run their new division called Technology and Service Division under accounting to go out and build that practice for them? They looked at multiple white guys, multiple, Europeans, and I was the most qualified.
Yeah, I should tell them something.
And again, you can look this company up on LinkedIn. You can go to their website, Montgomery and Schoenfield, Mowery, Schoenfield, Schoenfield. They are a top tier accounting practice in the North Shore of Chicagoland, and they only service Fortune, 1,000 and businesses that are $5 to $10 million. And I was the president of their new division company for 6+ months. And I had employees that reported to me that were white boys. And all we did was introduce disaster recovery, routers, hubs, switchers, and do audits for their companies across the North Shore. And again, that was back in the early 2000s. And I was compensated very well, Nick. They paid me $125,000 a year plus 5% equity in the company.
Wow.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
So I welcome all of our people who have, CPAs, certified financial planners. Hey, come work with us. Because most likely, I know more than what you know. Oh, also used to be on the private equity side for a short period of time with Merrill Lynch, owned by Bank of America. I don't know. Quota, $5 million a year. I don't know. And again, Nick, they paid me 6 figures. Did I work there long? No, I did not, because I was still building my practice. But you know what? A headhunter reached out and gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. Hey, DJ, we're going to pay you 6 figures. Come on over here for a minute. Okay. I don't think I was part of the affirmative action program, Nick. And here's the funny thing: when they reached out to me, First thing I asked them, who's the highest paid person in the department I'm gonna be working in? You know why I did that, Nick?
Why do that?
Because I wanted to be paid the highest. I didn't want to have no buyer's remorse. So the salary package that they gave us, and I learned this when I was in my 20s, bruh. Because one time you get underpaid is too many times to have that happen. And that's typically what happens to Black professionals when they're young. They'll get paid a big lump sum of money salary-wise, and it's the biggest amount of money ever seen. They don't realize that the counterpart in the department is still making more money than you, and you're doing more work than they do. So when that happened to me, I think when I was about 21 years of age, first thing I do after they say, "Hey man, we want to what they call it, submit to an offer," I would like to know who are the top 3 paid people in my department in my job. And they were like, "Hey, we can't." I said, "Well, can't work here." Because I already know at that point, Nick, that I'm already best in class because there's usually only 1 or 2 of us in those departments. So I'm not going out on a big risk to ask for them to tell me what. And I say, "Hey, if you can't tell me, I'll just take the next offer." And you know what's amazing? They want me so badly that they tell me who's the top pair. And then I say, "Hey, stack a little bit extra on there."
Yeah.
So when I was there with them for a brief period of time, my base salary was like $85,000, $90,000 plus my commission, which easily put me over $150,000 a year. And the next closest person to me was at 65.
And
then here's the funny part. One guy ended up with got paid more than me. He came in right at 100.
Man.
But that's the power of negotiations. You see what I'm saying? So in this world, it's leverage is negotiations, bro.
Yeah.
Negotiations and leverage. So when people out here are saying, "Hey man, how do you know?" I got experience doing this. I've forgotten more stuff than a lot of these people will ever know. But you know what? It's in the recesses of my mind, and all it takes is a trigger. You know, it's like what they call the Manchurian candidate, when it's just something is said or something is shown to you, and it just snaps you right back into where you should be. That's I'm a walking encyclopedia of experience in the financial service business. And so what I give our people, Nick, is experience. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very rare. I'm gonna say, and then I can take it to the next level. How can I do that for you, ladies and gentlemen? Because we got a friend who's like he's like a little brother to me. His name is Brandon. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
33 years of age, ladies and gentlemen. I met Brandon when he was 19, when I was a licensed chartered senior financial planner, certified estate advisor, running major millions of dollars in assets under management. And he had a best friend who was the first round draft pick for the Houston Rockets in 2010. And they were getting taken advantage of by a new agent, turned over power of attorney to the agent. His manager ran all their stuff and was treating them like peons, even though the dude had a $15 million contract. And they asked me for help. I sat down, got them out of the situation, and they were like, "Man, can you manage our portfolio?" I said, "I can't do that because that would be considered, interference with that client relationship." So I stood back. Now, most people would be like, "Oh yeah, man, I'll work for you," because right there on 15 million, dude, that's a 3 to 5% commission. That's $1.5 million, bro.
Yeah.
But I did the right thing, best business practices. And from doing the right thing, Nick, turn around and 12, 13 years later, Brandon goes from being 19 to now he is a family office company, $2.5 billion assets under management. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, $2.5 billion. And guess what Brandon does for me? Because what I did for him back in 2010, he opens up doors for me and gives me access to what? World top 1% finances. Has introduced me to 1 or 2 billionaires personally. One of them name is Chad. And Chad is the one that came along to help us out with Tolero.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that got me on the inner circle with the NBA. You see how that works?
Yep.
So again, what can you come and tell me about on these platforms that I don't know or I don't have access to? Think about how important that is for you. If you have 10, 15 properties and they're not properly structured right, I could show you somebody in the family office, which just as a favor to me, to you, to get you structured properly. You see what I'm saying? As a former certified estate advisor and a chartered senior. See, what does chartered senior means? That means I used to do senior financial plans. That means people age 55 to death. Why was I a chartered senior financial planner? Because it was the most profitable and most growing segment of financial services when I got in the market. Smart. I was not sitting down with black people, Nick.
Right.
90% of my clients were white. And most of them had net worths of $5, $7, $10 million. Because I was on commission or fee only. I didn't get a salary first starting out. I became the #1 seller of variable universal life policies with ING in my Chicagoland region. I can't make this stuff up, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
And then guess what I did? Smart. I put a team together and I went out and put 12 people working for me, including Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
I taught Melvin the financial service industry. Melvin was a high-end real estate investor. And I taught him the financial service business because he was my client first. Does that sound familiar, Nick?
It sounds very familiar.
How did you start out with me?
As a client, start out back in 2019. Yep.
You think that was a novel concept? Nope. And now look at it. You sitting in the bird's eye, running the company for us, invested in everything that we in, and you about to be a heavy 6-figure earner just through our program alone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you think I can't go out and start my own financial planning practice again tomorrow? Get my own license? Yeah, but why do that when I don't have to? That ain't smart. I just let Melvin do it.
Mm-hmm.
I let Darren do it. I trained Tajir to do it. I'm the visionary. Does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
What are we excited about? What's happening, Joshua? What's happening, Miss Ravioli? It looks like ravioli, but I know it ain't ravioli. So I apologize. I had to.
Looks like to me.
I apologize, Miss Ravioli. I can't pronounce names, but hey, I'm sorry. Tell us how to pronounce. But thank you for jumping onto the site. So that's what I'm excited about, Nick, man. I mean, so I'm here to share with our people. I'm in the give back phase of my life, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to give back is to pour into people like you. Pour into your vessel.
Absolutely.
Pour into Darren A's vessel. Pour into Tajir's vessel. Pour into Kadera's vessel. Pour into Keith's vessel. Pour into our members' vessel.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important, man. Put this up on the screen. Put that STEAM acronym up there on the screen. Because people got to understand at this point in life, when things turn in a recession, you got to have access to people at the next level. That's what we're about, man. That's what it's about. And you got to vet these people that you're working with. You hear what I'm saying? And again, I don't need to be vetted by y'all, because if I'm already good for Chase, I'm already good for JanPro. Look up JanPro International. Largest cleaning company in North America and Canada. I would say the world, and they probably are. But they definitely the largest cleaning company in North America and Canada. Why am I bringing up JamPro? Nick, tell them why I'm talking about JamPro.
I mean, the acronym that's on the screen, man. JamPro is a prime example of that. So you started out, JamPro was your competition at first because you had your cleaning company, right? And when you were outperforming that large, huge cleaning company, they actually came to you and said, DJ, can you teach us some things about how to run our business so we could be just as successful as you? And once again, you were the only person that looked like you that was in the room. Because of your skill and your knowledge and your work ethic.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Did you experience it firsthand? Nick,
Yep.
you tell them.
Yeah.
What did we do last year? Where we go?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So last year we went to the head of the Houston branch of JamPro. We were at his lake house, and
was it a nice lake house?
Oh, it was a beautiful lake house.
Was it a $1 million lake house plus?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yep. He got his own boat too. Yep. Yeah.
Can I fake this stuff, Nick?
You can't. I know you wish you could, but you can't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, this ain't no brag. Nick, me, my two sons. Mm-hmm. What were we doing for 4th of July 2021, Nick? Tell them.
Yeah, we rode. So we were in Chicago, but we jumped in the car. We rode out. It was like 2.5, 3 hours to Michigan. We went out to the lake house we were just talking about. To strengthen that relationship. Yeah. With the head of JamPro Houston.
Yep, the third largest profitable franchise in the whole JamPro program out of Houston. Good friends of mine, because I became a consultant to them, ladies and gentlemen. And I got the facts. I got the pictures and everything and the receipts to prove it. Mm-hmm. Nick seen it. Yep. Nick went out and hung out with Kurt. First name Kurt.
Yep.
And again, how many people at his family lake house before we got there look like us?
Now I got the answer right on that one. None. We got there. None.
So, most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, I have access. That gentleman right there, you know how we connected? Not only did we connect on the business side, he's a former baseball player. I'm a former baseball player. We had a lot in common. And he knows I'm a strong black man. Mm-hmm. Unapologetically black. But I'm also unapologetically American. Mm-hmm. Human. We share the same principle, ethics, and morals, and we get along super fine. And I got an open invite to come hang out at his house anytime I want to, and can actually go stay in his house with my family to just borrow his house for a weekend or a week. So think about the people who want to get into the cleaning business. How can I help them, Nick?
How can you help them? Man, you can help them with the whole process from A to Z, from getting started to scaling up to a 7-figure company.
Nick, tell them, did we do a couple of master trainings for JamPro's franchisees?
Oh yeah, we did. We did that before we went out to the lake house, actually.
Sure did. Mm-hmm. And because the tax laws are changing for franchises and employee status, they called in the expert. Mm-hmm. And who was that? That was me. I'm gonna say that again, Nick. Who was that? That was me. Out of everybody that could have called in the world, guess who the expert was? It was yours truly, DJ the Money Coach. And they called because they needed the best, and they needed somebody who had been through it before and to educate their franchisers about the tax law. And who else did we bring to the table for them, Nick? We brought another professional in that's the best.
Yeah, we brought James Lane, CPA.
Boom.
Yeah.
There you go. So, you know what I think? Because sometimes people don't believe it, Nick. So, talk to me a little second, and I'm going to show them the slide of me in the conference training all our white counterparts at Jam Pro. So, Nick, I'm going to turn off my screen for a second. You take the mic, and I'm going to find this slide just to show them. And welcome to everybody that's coming from the Real Dana Show. Man, I'm fired up. Thanks for supporting our program. Thanks for sharing and like the program. And, hey, Dana is the real deal. She's awesome. And Judge Joe Brown, they're phenomenal. You guys are awesome. We're family. Thanks for coming to our platform. We appreciate you. I'll be right back, Nick. Talk to him a little bit for me.
Okay. Yeah, what DJ's about to show you, DJ's giving away a freebie tonight, because normally you would have to come to the masterclass in order to see what he's about to show you. So he's giving you, he's pouring into your vessels tonight, on this platform. but yeah, I was there. I was there in the masterclass. I was there in the training that he did for Jam Pro Houston. The people were excited about getting their entities, set up the correct way. And actually, we have some more work to do with Jam Pro Houston. It's about overdue for another training with them. Let me see. Congrats, family, strong and knowledgeable. I want to find a good deal in a home and house hack, solar, permaculture, renting out my car on Toro, and writing much is off as home base will allow. Well, man, you need to get the bundle, Joshua. Yeah, I don't remember seeing your name come through. So yeah, you need to go ahead and get the bundle. Yeah, because
the link's right there, right? We got a 20-year anniversary special, Joshua, for $197, a $2,000 package, and you get 2 complimentary consultations, one with me and one with the person appropriate on our team to help you out. You get 2 of our master classes, Joshua. One of the master classes will be on personal finance. One will be on business credit. Those are 2-hour master classes that I charge in corporate America. I charge $995 per person for those master classes. And in addition to that, you'll actually get, I'm going to just hold it right there because that's too much. So let me show, I'm going to show them something. I'm going to show y'all 2 things. How many of y'all familiar with NILs? Yep. Anybody know what NIL is? Name, image, and license. That became legally back in July of 2021. That is the biggest thing on the landscape right now pertaining to athletics. And it actually goes back to, ladies and gentlemen, as early as children in their junior year in high school. You could be a junior year in high school, Joshua. You could be a junior year in high school, Miss Rabo, and have a platform of 100,000 followers on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and these companies out here would give you a name, image, and license agreement of $10,000 up to $1 million a year. And guess what? Yours truly is a NIL certified agent. That's right. I have my name, image, and license certification. You know why? Because that's the next frontier for athletes and entertainers, and juniors to high school to seniors in college. I'm always going to be cutting edge. So with me telling you that, let me just show you who's interested in working with DJ the Money Coach team. Should I show them this, Nick? Because they might say I'm doing a little braggadocious. But no, I just want to show some facts. How do I do the screen share? Down here, hit the share button.
Yes, sir.
All right. So it says share screen. Okay. So then I hit what?
You can either choose I think you choose the
Okay.
screen or choose the tab.
Window.
Yeah, the window. Yep.
Tab. All right. I think it's window I want to share. All right. I click on it. Okay. Let me see if I can do this right. All right. Are you seeing what this says right here?
All right. Let me put it up for you. Yep. There it is. Yep. It's up there.
What does that highlighted blue thing say?
It said DJ TMC Michigan NIL.
All right. So let's open it up. Can you see that?
Still on the same screen.
It didn't change. How do I?
You might have to switch windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I did it wrong the last time. So it's still on what? The NIL thing?
Yeah. You might have to pull this window down and open up the other window.
Okay.
What you got?
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull open this. I'm gonna click on that slide, and you said open it up. All right. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
share.
Yeah. Share. Yep. And share the window. Share the new window that you want.
Okay. Share the new window. Okay.
Yep.
I just want to show everybody that this is real. Okay. So share the window. What is it showing now?
Still showing the
same thing.
Yeah. You might have to minimize that. If you don't have that minimized already, you might have to minimize that one.
Okay. Let me see if I can do this right this time.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than Zoom.
It's different than Zoom? Okay.
Yeah. You got to make sure you have that window popped up and the others minimized.
I'm not a technology. That's one thing I don't know, guys. I don't know technology. I'm just trying to share this with y'all one more time. All right, so entire screen. Window, let's see. Chrome tab. Select the tab to preview. Okay, let me try this. Let me see if this is this. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do, Nick? I'm gonna just send this to you because I can't figure this out. You know what? I think you have this particular slide. Let me send it to you. So I'm gonna send it to you. So go ahead. I'm gonna go back. You can finish talking. I'm just sending this because we're gonna be wrapping up the show pretty soon. I'm gonna send these two slides to you.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I think it's time for another break. So I'll go to the break and then we'll show what DJ has on the slides and then we'll close out. You know, because we've been going for a while. It is Friday night. it is the weekend. So I mean, we definitely appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Well, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? This is DJ the Money Coach coming at you. Hey, I'm here in beautiful Zanzibar. That's right. Beautiful Zanzibar. I'm on the white sand beaches. In the Indian Ocean, baby. That's right. That's right. We live in the lifestyle, the P.O.M lifestyle. Plenty of money, peace of mind. So tell you what, it only takes 4 dirty little words to get everything you want in this world. Number 1 is discipline. Number 2 is accountability. Number 3 is plug into a proven system. That's the 7 spheres of money. And then number 4 is work. That's all you got to do. Hit that link right now. You can get the ABCs of Wealth and the Zanzibar trip information from us. And the masterclass, we're going to hold an amazing masterclass talking to you about the P.O.M lifestyle and all the things that are upcoming. You don't want to miss this, trust me. We now at Kendra Rocks Beach and Zanzibar, baby. Check it out. Check it out, baby. Check it out. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Hey, you deserve to be here, baby. You deserve to be here. What's happening, everybody? This is DJ, the Money Coach, coming to you live again at another awesome place called Kai Beach. And this is in Zanzibar, baby. Check it. So out there, you can see those are hotels out there, right out on the ocean, baby. Check it out. The love sign, right there. That's right. Hey, it's DJ the Money Coach. And this is Chapter Coach. We making it happen right here, Mr. Kite. That's right, baby. And they're gonna put the sign here, DJ Money Coach Chicago in the house.
It should be right here,
Right here.
right now.
Y'all got to come here for everything. Seafood, water sports, and great hospitality. Hakuna Matata.
All night.
Guys, this is the best spot I have ever been. Right down from the reservoir, understand that? It's on the kites out there. What's happening, guys? We're over here at Town of the CPS development that we're actually going to be buying a couple of units here, and they're having what's called Market Day, man. This is awesome. Check it out, everybody. Right there, right ahead, far ahead. That is the Indian Ocean right there, guys. That's the Indian Ocean right there. It's going to be an amazing development, man. And you want to invest over here, trust me. It's going to be better than you ever can imagine. So you need to check it out. This is what it's going to look like. This is what we're talking about right here, Town. So this is what we're investing in, guys, right here. And guess what? You can invest with us too. Oh, man, we have bunk bed type there. And from the other unit, you have the suites. So you guys see that? You can see the Indian Ocean from here. So that'll be a great aesthetic value.
Toledo Organic Tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth. It's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo Organic Tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com, promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase. Now, let's start. All right. We're back.
Again, welcome all the real Dana subscribers and fans and members and supporters. Hey, welcome to Nick's Knowledge and Notion. We appreciate you coming across here and sharing your important time in your life with us for a brief moment. And we want to make sure it's a tremendous value for you. So if you're just coming on, late as we're ending the show, I would highly encourage you to watch the replay in full capacity. It'll be a lot of nuggets in it for you. It'll be a lot of access to you to get to the next step in your life. And it'll be a lot of fun about what business can do for you and create multi-generational wealth. And that's what I want to encourage you the most, is that you get on that pathway to number one, consumer debt freedom. Number two, build an 800 credit score. Number three, if you have a house on a 30-year mortgage, pay it off in 7 to 10 years. If you have a 15-year mortgage, show you how to pay it off in 5 to 7 years. And then number four, teach you how to build $8,333 a month in passive income through business, taking that business revenue, buying real estate with that business revenue, and then leveraging the tax laws through the 8 different entity structures that the IRS recognizes. And the reason why I know that, because I do this stuff for people. I've been doing it for over 20 years. And what's so significant about, $8,333 a month, that is equivalent to $100,000, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. $8,333 a month is equivalent to $100,000. Why is that important? Because check it out, Joshua, if you pay off all your debt, you can live off $8,333 a month of passive income and live like a millionaire. You know how I know that? Because when I sat down with the 5,000 person, I realized that that number was the magic number for a middle class lifestyle. That is a professional middle class lifestyle. You pay off all your debt, pay off your house and your cars, and you bring in $8,333 a month in passive income through business, real estate, and leveraging the tax laws. You will actually live like a millionaire, because your expenses, which I show in the master class, which I'm not mistaken, Nick, I show people what the median household looks like right now. The median house in America is like $360,000, $380,000. And that's typically, ladies and gentlemen, a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house. And that's from coast to coast. If you pay that off and you have $8,333 a month coming in every month like clockwork, you're only going to have about $3,500, maybe $4,500 a month in expenses, and you'll have about an extra $3,000 to do anything you want. 2 to 4 vacations. Okay? Did you hear what I said? 2 to 4 vacations every year. How do we know that? Nick, have you seen me take multiple vacations since you know me?
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely. It's Matt, yes, yeah. And if you didn't have so many things we were working on now, you would have taken another one over the holiday that just passed.
Yeah. Actually, I'm about to go visit my mother over the next 4 days.
There you go.
Yep. So what I'm talking about, Joshua, is this right here, buddy. It's a program I call 3 Steps to Success. Got Assets. I own the trademark to Got Assets, and it's exactly what it says. Help you start businesses, real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And I used to go across the country. Check it out. What's the date on that? Nick, tell them what's the date on that pamphlet.
It's 2008.
2008.
April.
2008. So I used to go across the country teaching professionals and small businesses how to do what? Start businesses, leverage the tax laws, and write it off. So, I forgot what I was sharing with them. Oh, yeah. So with the median household income, when I sat down with 5,000, the 5,000th person, which is right around about 2008, I figured out what the middle class lifestyle was and how to sustain it. And I kept building towards that for people in the middle class. I am an expert in the middle class. That's right. If you individually make $50,000 a year as a single person, to a married people make $250,000, that's the market that I work specifically in. And when I say middle class, I mean all of America, 35 million households. And then I drill down and do a super niche, and I work with Black working middle class and professional middle class and small business owners. I've been doing this for 20 years. So you're not going to be able to tell me something that I haven't seen. Oh, so it is ravioli. That's awesome. Miss Ravioli. I love it. I love it. You know what? Because I hacked up her name, Nick, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give her a complimentary consultation. So all you have to do, Miss Ravioli, is submit your email to us. Email nick@djthemoneycoach.com. You fill out a budget sheet and a survey. I'll give you a complimentary consultation, but you got to take advantage of it in the next 5 business days. I'm going to say that again. You have to take advantage of it in the next 5 business days. You know why? Because I'm getting ready to leave out of the country for almost 3 weeks. Okay? So Miss Ravioli, email nick@djthemoneycoach.com. I'm going to give you a $500 consultation absolutely free. That's right. You got it. So, as I was saying, once I sat down with that 5,000 person and I realized what a middle class wealth, not income, ladies and gentlemen, middle class wealth needed to live for the rest of your life, I built the system around it. And that's all I've been doing ever since. And that's all I focus on. So I can teach you how to get middle class wealth, which is $8,333 a month in passive income. And if you adjust it for inflation, it's about $12,120 a month. And when you pay off your house, pay off all your cars, and you have a household of 4 people, you better live into your 90s off of that income through business, real estate, leveraging the tax laws, annuities, estate planning, and all that good stuff. And I can do that right for you, just at the drop of a hat. Okay? So, Nick, you got that email?
It didn't come through yet.
It didn't come through?
No. I don't know if it's the file size or what, but it didn't come through.
Oh, wait a minute. DJ the Money Coach. Huh. Wonder why that didn't go through. I'm looking at it. It just said it didn't go through on my end. Let me see why that happened.
Okay.
I know how to spell my own company email. It's not over. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, it's over. All right. So let me send it again. I think I went over the capacity by a couple of bytes. Let me send it to you again. Let me see here. All right. You go ahead and talk to him. It's going to take me 5 seconds to send this to you.
Okay. All right, Miss Ravioli, make sure you took down my email. As a matter of fact, you should email me right after this show ends. Well, matter of fact, you can email me now while we're waiting on DJ to send over what he wants to show you all. Yeah, because you don't want to miss out. You want to miss out on that. And oh yeah, DJ will be back on the Real Dana Show this Wednesday to talk about Wealth Wednesdays. So make sure you and everybody else that's watching tune in. If you're not subscribed to the Real Dana, subscribe to the Real Dana. And get these jewels. DJ's giving you a little preview of what he's gonna bring to that platform. This is this is just some light sparring for him. When he gets on our partners' platforms, it's game time. It's game time. He's going to bring the fire. So you want to make sure you tune into that for sure. Let's see. That's right, Joshua. Tell her, jump on it. Get on it. Matter of fact, let me put up that other promo. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right, DJ, I got it. You can come back on. pull this up. Right. Okay, all right. So that's working. All right, cool.
Okay, so in that one there, I just want you to pull up the Jan Pro slide. Just go to the Jan
Gotcha.
Pro slide and just put that on the big screen so they can see the proof,
All right.
the power of the pudding. And then I'm going to send you the one with University of Michigan so these people can see
Gotcha.
that, you know, we are the real deal.
All right. Let me share the screen first, and then I can blow it up.
So you have to ask yourself a question. If these major Fortune 50 companies are asking me to do consulting for them, what is it that you got that I can't do? And you blow it up even bigger, Nick, so they can be clear about it.
It's on the. Is it on the full screen?
Yeah, but it I mean, still you can't really. It ain't expanded across.
Okay, let me see. Let me see something.
So they can be clear and they can see this.
Let me see something. Let's try this. Let's try
There
it
you
that
go.
way, and then we'll put
Yeah,
it
if
back.
you hit that. So can everybody see this? Tell them in the chat if they can see this. Put a thumbs up. So what I want to show you here, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jan Pro International Franchisees Boot Camp 2018. And you look in that picture, only person that look like us is me. All those people are franchise owners, and they're coming to that conference to get training by 4 sets of professionals, and I'm one of them, and I was training them specifically on vertical integration, profits in the marketplace. And these people came from the Midwest, and they paid me, you know, close to 5 figures for this training session. That's Jan Pro International 2018. Everybody see that? So anything in the cleaning world, you think I might not be able to help you? Absolutely. Okay. Now we're going to switch over and we're going to talk to you about the NIL world. I'm going to send this one to you, Nick.
Okay.
And again, Jan Pro, you can take that down, put us back on the screen. Jan Pro International is the largest cleaning company in North America and Canada. You don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. They paid me 5 figures just to do training. Paid me close to $50K just to train a group of people for 3 months. I don't, just like Judge Joe Brown, I don't need to be on these platforms. I'm on this because I'm just giving back to our community. That's it. So if you're looking for certifications, you're looking for validation, you're looking for credibility, maybe you might just call Jan Pro Houston office and ask them who I am. I'm just saying. Did you see the other email?
Yep, got it.
All I
Download.
want you to do is pull up the front page, bro.
Okay.
So check this out. Ms. Ravioli and Joshua, and I'm sure there's other people on here. So if somebody else is on here, just put your name and tell me where you're from. So if you ever heard this little small conference called the Big Ten, you ever heard of the Big Ten? You know what's so important about the Big Ten? It is the most profitable conference for sports in America. I'm going to say that again, ladies and gentlemen. The Big Ten is the most profitable conference for sports in America. Do they win the most football championships? No. But they have the most profitable conference, and they win more titles across all athletics in the United States than anybody. The SEC, the Pac-12, all of those. And guess what? They asked yours truly, again, DJ the Money Coach, to come in to handle and produce and give them a proposal on financial literacy with our sponsors, Chase Bank. Matter of fact, click on the next slide.
All right.
We're just going to keep it a buck with y'all. See what I do? They pay me to come in and tell them what the problem is for student loan debt. Click on the next slide.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Americans now owe $1.7 trillion in debt. So if the University of Michigan is concerned about it and they're bringing me to the table to give solutions, what do you think I can do for you? What do you think I can do for you? I'm just saying, you can take it off now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get this in the replay. Why am I showing you this, ladies and gentlemen? Because I am at the top of this game. I'm nobody special, but I've been doing it for a long time. And you know what? They not sitting down with me if I'm not the real deal. How many of y'all would agree with that? How many of y'all would disagree with that? You think the athletic director of the University of Michigan is going to be sitting down with some slub? I don't know. Maybe they're doing it with all these popular personalities that claim they're the masters at financial literacy. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't see them sitting down with the University of Michigan. I don't see them sitting down with JanPro. I'm just saying. I surely don't see them sitting down with Chase Bank. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just shown you 3 of the largest companies in their industry. Nick, I didn't show you just a Fortune 1000 company. I didn't show you a Fortune 50. It just dawned on me. I showed you the #1 football conference and the #1 school in that football conference in the country. Sitting down with who? DJ the Money Coach. For what reason? For me to give them a solution to their NIL problem. I don't know. Then I showed you the largest cleaning company in the world, giving them a solution. Now, this company pays me. Let me give you this absolute clarity. I have not signed any contracts with the University of Michigan at all. We just having deep conversations. This takes time, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact I'm at the table and these other people aren't says enough about my credentials. Would you guys agree? Nick, have I had just one meeting with the University of Michigan or have I had multiple?
Multiple.
Multiple. Nick, had I had multiple meetings with Chase before they became our sponsor?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like you said, meetings over the past few years.
Yeah. Check it out, Ms. Rebel. It took me 3 years and about 15 meetings with Chase to them to become my sponsor. It wasn't because I wasn't who I was. It's because time, situations, the pandemic closed down the country. We had got an agreement. They closed down the whole country. So that agreement was null and void because we couldn't go to their locations and train their people. Then we got it back reinvigorated. Then it became a fit. They called us up. Hey, we still like to do the deal with you. We did the deal. Right now, the NIL is new, just like crypto, but the NIL is changing the face of athletics in the best interest for the student athlete. So they can get paid for their image and license. And now that's creating a conundrum of problems. Tax problems, representation problems, financial planning problems, and most importantly, financial literacy problems. So you know what these big companies do? They only call the best. They don't play around with no scrubs. They don't play around with somebody got 1 million followers on IG and YouTube, just read a book about finances and showing you that they made $100,000 selling some stock. No, they deal with licensed professionals. So when I sit down with them, I bring my team of licensed professionals. You remember that one guy I told to you about named Brandon? Guess what? He sat down in that meeting to talk to them about them athletes that actually make it to the pros, how he can manage their money for them. Because he handles billions of dollars of assets. Are y'all listening to me? And then I sit down with JamPro and I kick their butts in the cleaning business. They were in Chicago, and in the most expensive zip code in Chicago, I did more business than they did. I'm going to say it again. In the Gold Coast and in the South Loop of Chicago from 2002 to 2006, I was the #1 cleaning company in that area. Facts. And I would do bids against JamPro and wipe the floor with their ass. And they knew who I was. So fast forward 10, 12 years later, I run into Kirk. Kirk remembers my company. He says, hey, can I hire you as a consultant to change my company? Boom. I did consulting for him, 5 figures, close to 50 grand. Boom. Offered me an opportunity to buy 25% of his practice. Facts. I declined to do it because it wasn't a fit for me. So then we kept a great relationship. And then he said, hey, why don't I hire you to come and consult to these other franchisees? Because you're kicking people's butts with the knowledge you got. Wait a minute. Let me give you one more large company. It's called the Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama. Mm-hmm. And Melvin and I, we did all the employee benefit plan for them in 2018 in October, from the CEO to the janitor. I'm just saying. So what am I excited about? I'm excited about the freedom to have the ability to answer the call. I'm excited about giving you the opportunity to get access, science, technology, entrepreneurship, access, and mentorship. But this is only for serious people. This ain't for the play. It's like the real Dana says. Her show is called The Real Dana. This is real. So if you want to know how to go from a, professional to a business owner that actually has the proper entity structure and do business with the #1 company in their industry, which is a Fortune 50 company, the #1 bank in the United States and the 4th largest in the world, makes it a Fortune 1 company. Y'all get that? You might want to holler at us. So I'm excited, Nick. We tapping in on 2 hours. And man, we're just excited. So at the end of the day, here's what you got to do. Because this is a Nick's knowledge and notion. It's just like what they said. Nick brings the knowledge. He has a notion. And I bring the answers.
Yep. That's what they got. Yep. That's what they got tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let's drop in one more nugget before we go, Nick.
Okay. What you got for him?
What's the fastest growing insurance company in America right now?
Fastest growing insurance company in America.
We had them on our platform twice.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Tell them who it is.
Oh, it's Loop Insure.
Nick, pull up and show them a little snippet of the interview with John Henry. Okay. Just to give them a taste.
Okay.
Just to give them a taste. That company just was evaluated at $100 million company, and we were on the inside track of seeing that whole process. And my son interned with them when they first got off the ground, when they brought their headquarters to Austin, Texas. And welcome to our platform, and the floor is all yours.
I love it. Thank you, man. Thank you. What a great introduction.
So push pause right there. Push pause.
Yeah, you captured it really well.
That's John Henry, formerly Harlem Capital, who y'all see on Gary Vee show and all that. He's now the co-CEO of LoopInsure.co with Carrie Ann. And we know them personally. We have sat at the table with them to try to put some deals together, and we're on the inside track, baby. We actually talked to them about bringing them $20, $30 million in capital. So just play the rest of the little snippet of that clip and then turn off, and then we're gonna get out of here. Facts, baby.
I caught myself saying, well, I'm gonna play this back just for, to be able to just get the cliff notes of how you describe Luke. But yeah, man, we're pleased to be on, and we're happy to take it any which way that you think is most valuable for your audience. We could dive deep into the specifics of how to build an insurance business, from rate filing and product development on that side, to engineering, to the business case, to raising capital. We could also talk about our views of money personally, but also the nuance that is very specific to venture-backed companies, and how the attitude towards capital is a little bit differently there, and how that could be good and could also be very bad. Could talk about investing, could talk about any number of things. So happy to follow your lead here.
Absolutely. Carrie?
Yeah, pleasure to be on. Thanks, guys, for having us. I think John summed it up pretty well. We could probably go in a couple different directions, but I'm excited to roll up my sleeves with your audience.
Absolutely. Well, we're about just conversation, casual conversation. So first thing I'd like to know is, how did you guys meet? I mean, because I know you met at a conference, but I'm not cool. sure. You can stop it right there, bro. Because you got Yes, sir. So if y'all didn't think and y'all didn't know we the real deal, we just showed you. I only talk about what I know. That's a lesson. I only talk about what I am and can be proven certifiably, because that's the only way you can truly help our people. You can't help our people being flamboyant and charismatic and having this big personality, and you read a couple of books and you got a couple of little small sponsors and you making your money off of monetization. You can't help our people doing that. So guess what we should be doing? The people that's watching this right now from The Real Dana, y'all ought to be telling your friends to come watch our show, because we are the foremost #1 show in the market for the middle class. You know why? Because we're #1 in real business. There's nobody on these platforms that can out business us for middle class America. You know why? Because Chase says that. You know why? Because Jam Pro says that. You know why? Because University of Michigan says that. You know why? Because the Montgomery Regional Airport says that. Not because I said that, because real businesses say that. So if you really want to get help to establish from working class to professional middle class to running a business that makes $250,000 to $5 million a year and have passive income, you need to come right here and talk to us. Need I say any more? We reside in the state of Texas, but we have offices across the country. There's nowhere in the country we cannot help you. We're licensed in just about every state in the contiguous United States. So we can impact you verbally and technology-wise. Let me tell you another fact before we get out of here. I was on the cutting edge of technology, and I was on these video platforms before the pandemic because I'm a early adopter. I've been doing these types of trainings on video conferences, Periscope, and all those for almost 10 years. I'm going to say that again. Almost 10 years. I've been doing these types of things since 2013. Cutting edge. I stay ahead of the game. I'm a student of business. I have the certifications. My professionals have the certifications. So if you're serious about what you're about, you just got multi-million dollars worth of information. Well, here's the one question. Are you going to apply it? Are you going to plug into a system that's quantified, certified, and got the fruit on the tree? If you're serious about getting down and getting to the next level, you should hit that link in the description and get the package, because you're going to invest $200 in stuff that you like to do. You're going to go to the movies. You're going to go hang out with your girls, hang out with your boys, get a good experience, and still not be on the pathway to success. That's facts. Do I need your $200? No, I don't. You know why? Because you just seen proof why I don't need it. Because I'm in the B2B world, and I'm negotiating 7-figure contracts that are multi-year contracts. Not, I'm happy to get $10,000. I'm happy to make $100,000 1 month. No, That don't provide no security. I work on 7-figure contracts in the real world so that I can come here and give you my time for free. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Mr. Irv? Tell you what, let's take 3 questions before we get out here to our new people that are patronizing our play. And here's what y'all need to do. You see that said pledge to the P.O.M movement? Y'all need to make a pledge to the movement so we can continue to provide these high quality services. You'll notice I don't have Cash App, VM, or all them things because I don't own those. If you saw the beginning of this broadcast tonight, we only do things we have equity and ownership. So instead of me giving 30, 40, 50% the super chat and Cash App, nothing wrong with those. I want 100% of what I build. Do y'all hear me? So if you want to support our program, give 100% to our movement and we'll be able to take care of our virtual assistants. Take care of Nick. I don't need the money. So good. You know what Montgomery Regional Airport is. Ask them. 2019, October. Did DJ, the money coach, and Melvin Hobson do financial education for their whole company? Absolutely. Their CEO at the time used to be named Mr. Marshall Thagard. Real talk. I can't fake this. This is real. So, pledge to the movement. Allow us to help you continue with great information. Pledge to yourself on the Pay Yourself First program. You should be doing. This is the Pay Yourself First program. Okay? I'm just, excited about talking to you new people from Dana. Emergency fund, Roth IRA, self-employment pension plan. And I know y'all say, I know that stuff. But here's the question. How much of you are applying on a daily basis? If you're not applying it, it's worse than you to know about it. So I'll take 3 quick questions and we're out of here. Any questions? Mr. Irv, Mrs. Ravioli, Joshua, you got a question for me? I'll be more than happy to answer the question for you. Because I know that's similar to the platform the real Dana does. She lets a couple of people come on, but she normally, you have to do a super chat. I don't do super chat. So I'm going to give you these for free tonight. More nuggets. All I ask you in return, share the information. Tell people to subscribe, like it. I don't need it, but we need you to help other people get the real information that they can apply with the real team. And then y'all can have the P.O.M lifestyle. Tell them, Nick, what the P.O.M lifestyle is.
P.O.M lifestyle is plenty of money and peace of mind.
That's right. And guess what? You can get the merch. Just hit the link. Any questions, Nick? Because I know you need to go out and enjoy yourself. My son is ready for me to give him a beat down in some type of sport, pool or indoor basketball or beanbag toss. So I got to go I have to take it back. I got to make corrections. I do have some bosses. I do have a job. I'm a 24-hour, 365 chauffeur for my daughters and my sons. That's my only job.
Yep. 24, 365, 7 days a week is correct.
That's right. So appreciate you guys. Bastrop, Texas. Where is that at? I've never heard of Bastrop. Where is that at? Is that down by the border? Is that on the west side of Texas, the north side of Texas, the south side of Texas? Give me a big city that is closest within 60 miles of. Man, I'm excited, man. This is a great broadcast tonight.
It is. Yeah.
So we gotta leave them with the Zanzibar piece.
Yeah.
Because it's real. We heading to Zanzibar, y'all. Y'all come Zanzibar with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We're going over there for equity and ownership. You can too.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I don't think I see any questions because my thing's probably not refreshed. Any questions, Nick?
No questions.
All right, Nick. Well, hey, close us out, brother.
All right. And this is how we close out. For those of you who are new here, we wish everyone a P.O.M lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind, and we invite you to come join us on the beaches of the World Club. And your beach doesn't have to be sand or water, or your beach doesn't have to be Zanzibar like our beach is, but your beach is wherever you find your mental tranquility and your peace of mind. And that's how we close out. So we'll see everybody on Wednesday at the Real Dana, and then we'll see everybody back here on Nick's Knowledge and Notions on Friday.
Hey, God bless. Be a first-rate you and not a second-rate somebody else. And if I can wish you anything, I wish you to have great health. Because if you got great health, ladies and gentlemen, it's anything you can overcome in this world in 2 to 5 years. God bless. Thank you for coming to the show. And we'll see you on the flip side. And have a beautiful weekend. And do what you want to do. All right? See you next time. Thank you very much. Everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach coming to you live. That's right. We're giving you the P.O.M lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. We want you to come join us on the beaches of the World Club. But first, we want to get you consumer debt free, get you an 800 credit score, help you buy businesses, access real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And then you can enjoy a lifestyle second to none. Just look around and see what you deserve to have with DJ Money.
Now, we just wanted to thank DJ and just give our, testimonial on, his great work and what he's shown to us. We've spoken with him maybe a few times, and he's already saved us, tens of thousands of dollars just by some wisdom that we didn't know. We're a young couple, and we haven't been exposed to that kind of stuff. What do you think?
He's human. I like that effect. That he can kind of really be honest with us and tell us his mistakes that he made in the past so that we don't have to make those same mistakes, and just being, brutally honest in a good way. But yeah, I really appreciate how he answers all of our questions. He takes his time with our meetings and just really gives us those nuggets of wisdom, like my husband said.
Yeah, I think as Black people, we don't necessarily sometimes we don't understand the value that we do have, and we also we've just been kind of told one way to get to wealth, to make wealth. And what he has is not just his own knowledge, but a community of people and a network of people that we're excited to join that family and to be a part of and grow. And I like the fact that he was very confident in us with what we were doing. He didn't say, okay, hey man, to do this and get here where you all want to be, like you need to make, you need to have
X
a job.
amount of
You have to have a job,
Yeah.
a job that makes $200,000 a year. It's like, no,
He
like,
met us where we are
Right.
right now, and it's taking us to where we want to go based on what we have and what skills we have.
Exactly. So just for him to have that confidence in us, just gives, especially in these times, gives us a lot of confidence in ourselves. We're so excited, and again, so appreciative for DJ, for Melvin, just for the entire team, and we look forward to continue working. So I appreciate that. I would recommend his services to anyone.